Welcome back to Refrain Chord. So yeah, time to tackle down Al. But first,
once and for all.
But first, we have to also solve the Pochi subplot with Peppen because, if I remember correctly, this is the part where I know it's in this part somewhere, but I forgot. There you go. So basically, I have a little save file that I have where there you go. This is a shit ton of time consumption work that I did specifically for this run. So I hope you guys appreciate this.
I'm certain it will be worth it.
No, it won't. I'll tell you right now that it won't. Alright, there we go. We got 100% of the location shaping, which finally unlocks the final part of Peppen. What's his name again? Peppen? I forgot. This guy's storyline. Okay. Him, yes. Basically, so now we have to go back to Zelda and then leave. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey there, That's it, Peppen. Hey there, Peppen. I came for my money.
What are you, a bandit?
Actually, no. Where did that come from?
Oh, thanks for coming.
Huh? What's wrong? The atmosphere is all... Anyway, you want me to stick it here today?
You can tell the atmosphere is different because the music is serious.
Nope. I want you to come this way today.
Oh.
Heroes working wonders.
That way?
But there's nothing over there.
Over there.
There's nothing in here.
Do you have somewhere new to work?
So just the usual? Right here?
I'm working in your mom. That's right. Just the finishing touches now. Go on.
Dang.
Yes!
Finishing
my
touches?
friend died.
Sure, I guess. Actually, Jova? Yes. Sure, I guess. Here it goes. Okay.
Yeah.
That's weird. Something's different here.
I think you messed up.
I did? How?
Well, it is Fang after all. He was bound to screw up sooner or later.
Yeah, everybody hates Fang. Yeah, we know. Everybody makes mistakes. We all learn and improve. Don't worry about it, Fang.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Hey, I didn't mess up. Go on, tell him, Peppen. Peppen?
Done.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know he has a deep voice, but...
Whatever.
Finally! It's finally complete.
What is?
Your mom. Pochi, he's revived.
So there you go. Peppen's long-lost friend Pochi is now revived somehow. Pochi? Wait a minute. What do you mean? So apparently he tricked us into doing some kind of satanic ritual to revive Pochi. There you go. See, there's a
pentagram and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened to the law of equivalent exchange?
Hey, what's going on?
What? Something's coming up on the sand.
Jesus.
And then comes out and then go ahead.
Is that a golem?
A golem? I know this one. Like a big dirt monster? Not necessarily, Fleur. Hey, Peppen, what the hell is all this? Haha, now I'm going to take over the world!
Pochi, my cute, adorable Pochi. Finally, we meet again.
What?
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 This is Pochi? I thought Pochi was a dog.
Hachi is at least supposed to be the name of something cute. No. You guys are thinking of Poochie the dog.
It's been years since they killed you. Years of me traveling everywhere, stimulating the veins of ore to revive you.
That's good dedication to a friend, but
What? I mean, obviously, it's a golem. Anyone want to kill that thing?
Hey, now that's a bit presumptuous thing.
Pochi! Wow! It's making me queasy. It's so gross.
Your friend is gross, Peppen. So the whole time we've been putting Furious into the ground, we were doing some creepy ritual to reanimate this weirdo. Why is everybody so awful to Pachi immediately?
I told you not to help him.
You did?
You can tell how shady he is just by looking at him.
You might have, but it's been a long time.
I don't remember her saying that. You never said that. See? You never said that. Again with the lies. I think all this hate smothered your brain, bitch.
Yeah, you
It
don't.
is.
Oh
rather
wow, we
warm in
actually
here, isn't
remember
it?
that she's turned on by insult.
Well, they did do that joke a couple
We
times.
have had a few
Yeah.
of those throughout. It's just it's been a lot less.
They
often.
just didn't do it as much as the first game.
You don't got to sing so happily. That doesn't sound like a song. It's more like a growl.
I suppose to give this game credit, as we've noted before, while characteristics that we didn't like are still there, they are noticeably toned down in this game.
No, that's absolutely not right.
Also, the growl is
Oh, I
horribly
see.
compressed in terms of
I
audio.
Yeah.
You just happy to see me? I'm happy to see you too.
Which is weird.
Maybe
Why
the
would
idea is that
you need to
Pachi was a
compress
cute
this?
Maybe the idea was that. Anyway, maybe the idea is that Pachi was a cute creature, but since he's deceased, had to be summoned in the body of a golem.
Not that the game explains
Probably
that.
in a level 5 game, Joba, that would be the case, probably, where they meet this monster, but it turns out to be a cute thing that was actually corrupted or something like
I
that.
think it's eating him. Yeah, no, that thing's totally eating Peppen. So Pachi is
There
going to
you
eat
go.
Peppen.
And
You're
then
gonna eat me! Oh my god!
Oh, that movie.
We've got not choice.
The game's just giving up.
I think the game's falling apart on itself.
It's like the final boss of what was the Kadash?
Yeah, Man
I'll
versus
admit,
Pachi.
Man versus Pachi.
The final side quest of Refrain Chord.
I'm kind of surprised that cutscene did not immediately lead into the fight, but...
So here's Pachi. Pachi is that thing.
It's not really as ugly as the other characters said. What kind of, prejudice they had? Jeez.
Not just that tail. That's the Fang tail. That's a reuse of a golem model that you see in other battles in the game anyway. So they didn't even bother creating an original design for Pachi.
As much as that does suck, even good RPGs are guilty of that, so...
I don't even remember, if the era when Dark Force had an optional super boss to begin with.
It did, but only in the DLC dungeons too.
And if I recall correctly, those were still palette swaps.
Yeah, palette
anyway.
swaps. Yep.
I'll admit, I actually did not recall this boss from beforehand. Maybe it was because it was in a boss that
Different color. But you've seen this golem before. Trust me. Like it's just had a different color and shit.
Was that when it was like supposed to be the robot or whatever we thought? I wonder.
Some of the robots also look similar. Yes. Again, a lot of the monster designs in both in this series, even Till pointed out in the original run, are very generic anyway. So. It's very easy to...
That being said, when it comes to RPG in general, I tend to not have as much of a problem as other people to palette swaps as a whole. I get what they're made. Yeah, so we established that the cameraman fixes when a character's level up fixes on an object for some reason.
Okay.
Pachi?
It's more, yeah, it's the...
Hey, what have you done?
Hey, Peppen, is that really the Pachi you loved?
Did Pachi used to eat you back when he was alive?
Anything that tries to eat you is not a friend, no matter how much you love it. Well, I don't know about golems, though.
So it depends on how you phrase it, Fang.
Anyway, once something's dead, it's not supposed to come back. But again, not a golem expert.
Interesting. A lesson on how we should let dead things...
So, the moral of the...
I suppose you're right.
So the moral of the story is, don't do satanic rituals to bring back your loved ones. Got it.
I guess Pachi really isn't coming back. Thanks for helping me see that.
To be fair, I can see that this is more in line with what the original game was trying to do, being a parody of typical fantasy tropes RPGs.
It's like he won him over somehow.
And they all lived happily ever after, did they, Fleur? Did they
They
really?
just pretend they did.
Right, except
Well,
the golem, he died again.
Except for the... yeah, that's...
Honestly, I wonder if we did Pachi a favor.
And they all live happily ever after, except Pachi because he sucks. The end.
Damn.
Alright, so that was totally worth 10 hours of my time grinding in the fucking thing. Thanks, game. Anyway, chapter 25, Results of War. Alright, here we go.
Deaths. Yeah, that's the result.
And here we are in the
space
between
between
dimensions.
spaces,
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Yeah, you'd think it would be a
That's
bit
nice to
more
know,
difficult.
おいオールこっちは約束を守ったぞティアラは
Oh yeah, that's
Well, to
right.
be fair,
Oh yeah, that's right. Tiara, for some reason, is not capable of overpowering him, even though that doesn't make any sense.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So we were able. So wait. So he still has Tiara, correct?
No, he just let her go right now.
Before we
Yeah, but
started
it-
these,
no. Yeah,
what
before he started, he had Tiara, but we were able to do a side quest where Tiara was back with us.
Psh, you. Psh. It's because, again, the side quests don't take into account what's happening in the main story at any point.
They
so.
kinda should, that's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, look. Normally, I'm okay with stuff like that, but I feel like there should have at least been a gap where we have Tiara back with us to facilitate doing some of those side quests, because otherwise, this makes it seem like I'll let Tiara go, but only if Tiara promised to be his hostage when we got back here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful words, Glass.
Worked on the plans for the Death Star.
The
To be fair, they do have a big cannon anyway.
the Eclipse Cannon.
The peace cannon, yes.
How fitting that we're coming.
Power Rangers came up with a piece.
Again,
cannon.
how fitting that we're commentating on this during the Year of Shadow, since, like I said, Glass and Flora are like the two halves of Shadow the Hedgehog. Where the amnesiac part, Glass the vengeful part. Who still wants to please dear daddy.
You need
Glass,
to get
could you
a
make up your
I
mind.
was about to say, get a hobby.
find a
Glass,
hobby. Yeah, find a hobby. Like,
Not only that, Glass, but make up your mind. Not too long ago, you legit just betrayed Albert to help us because you realized how insane he was.
so which is it, Glass? Do you want Al to be saved, or you're just going to obey everything he said? Whatever. Whatever. The game's almost over. Let's just move on.
あなたは堅くなに二人を覚醒させようとしているファング君の前に立ちはだかった
Yeah, that's a good point. You're trying to get the vile god and the goddess to awaken when you arguably could win just by having them being dormant.
Yeah.
残念ながら
Well, he's the villain, Jova, and villains do bad things, and that's as far as the writer thought it through.
この兵器を
I guess, to be fair, in his psyche, he wants to be able to look them in the eye and boast about how big his dick is to them, but
今までだって
I don't know.
神を滅ぼすチャンスは大いにあった
Well, there you go. See,
I'm
that's a
getting-
good question, German. Go ahead, Al. Answer.
バーナードもいたんですか
Huh. Yeah.
おそらく今のままでは女神と邪神を殺す力はないんです
Oh.
それにここに移動したことで兵器によって街を破壊される恐れもなくなりました
Okay, that's another good point. What the heck is going on here then?
フルールさんたちを覚醒させ神を滅ぼすためには
He needs to kill Fleur, he needs to kill Erin and Tiara. Well, also Fang.
Well, Fang, he wants the emotional reaction from both Tiara and Eren, so he wants to kill Fang specifically. If he
Didn't
kills,
the heroes already know about this plan?
判断を誤りましたね
More lacking the
Or-
details, though.
俺も全く同
I
じことを思って
see.
た
sure you were.
そんな些細などう
Sure you will, Al. Sure you will.
I'll just find a way
こんな
somehow.
ことよりもオール
You know, not for nothing, Al. Professor Gerald managed to do more in depth than you have in your eternity of life.
そうだそんなに愛されてんならよ
And yes, that's counting both Adventure 2 and Shadow the Hedgehog.
I don't understand the concept of caring. Could you please explain that to me?
No, Fag is to sing to him, understand the concept of love.
I guess.
You see, I forgot those feelings when I became an immortal being.
That's so cool!
家族みたいなものなんだろ。何を言ってるんだい。二人は僕が作ったものだ。
They're just fiends. I
創
don't
造主が愛
know.
されるのは当然。返す必要などない。
You really are a two-bit crook.
That's the other thing as well, you know? Because the game didn't really do a good job showcasing Al's good qualities, like, it's really hard for me to be happy when he gets redeemed. It really is.
Oh wait, he gets redeemed.
Well, it's all. I mean, did you really think they had the balls to kill him too?
I mean, they did it with Junon, no?
I guess.
They did it with Sherman several times.
Like,
Well, that's the original game.
President Tanagata in this game, I mean.
Like, okay, if I am to give the Fairy Prince franchise credit, it's not afraid to axe villains at certain points, no matter how redeemable they may appear.
Yes, Noe, you will. Now draw your weapon.
Now put your all. Damn it. He's not entirely wrong given how some species can be.
Rim, can we please focus on the matter at hand instead of discussing
Yeah,
birds?
we're about to have. What is this Ghostbusters banter? Let's focus on the mission, please.
Al, you fool! You're fighting us while the anime power-up music is playing. You can't possibly win.
I am going to kill you.
So, I have a question, by the way. Like, I get that Al has the super duper mega cannon, but how does he carry it around? How did he carry it up all the way to here?
He has people pull it for him.
Oh, and I guess Glass is really still fighting alongside him, despite what he said right to her face. You do you, girl. You do you.
Alright.
Okay, the idea, maybe he was piloting it, and that's how he got teleported alongside everyone else.
Yeah, I kind of.
That might be.
I kind of had to. I was burnt to miss that bit. What did he say? Your mom's something.
No.
No, I didn't say your mom.
Then
I
we
swear,
need to chill
Wiz.
it.
But there-
Yep, a great epic fight, everybody.
Well, but as you can imagine, Dwebs, there's also a second phase, because, you know, obviously RPG final bosses always have at least one more phase.
He was defeated by the comic release. That outfit still looks ridiculous, I'm sorry.
Well, it's an RPG, so of course it's not that easy, Aaron.
It's like a less dignified Battleizer armor from Power Rangers or Super Sentais. This is a Japanese game.
I mean, like I said, it's more similar to Kamen Rider stuff.
We couldn't even get an original location for our big epic climax. It's just, again, reusing an area from the original game, too.
To be fair, it makes sense to have it here, given the significance it holds to the goddess and the vile god.
And they all collapse with exhaustion. The end.
And they all die.
Oh.
Okay,
Are we
so...
about to see the weapon's true form?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I think the idea is that she's supposed to be grabbing him to keep him from falling or something, but again,
It should look like it looks like she got in the way instead.
Had enough, Al?
No.
No, you will
You
die.
will die.
Not yet.
I wish the Emperor were here right now.
I mean, Lord knows, Al really does flip out as much as the Emperor does, although...
The Emperor's more fun to watch.
If you kill him...
Even Light Yagami's telling you to tone it down a bit. What, does he fuse himself to the cannon like Bio-Lizard now?
Well, let's see. Well, let's see.
I hope whoever the voice actor was who did the scream had a lot of lemon tea after that.
It's very common when it comes to anime dweebs.
Die!
Drinking lemon tea.
No, having to do that kind of impression.
I can't somehow.
I think the issue I have is just it's such a 180 from how Al was, and I get that that's the point for the twist, but it feels kind of almost too on the nose with how much of a difference
And there you go.
it is.
So right after Al tries to shoot Fang, both Glass and Fleur wake up at the same time and use their power to protect Fang.
Because, well, I know Fleur loves Fang, and I guess because Glass loves Fleur, she'd do anything for Fleur.
He's unconscious even though he's still standing.
Well, conveniently, the mask is covering his eyes, so for all we know, maybe he is lying down. Oh, the weapon's transforming!
I wasn't aware that the cannon had the ability to transform.
Into what? Unicron?
Sure, why not?
Wait, it's sucking up the Furies? Why? I thought it was a cannon, not a vacuum. Like...
To be fair, it picks energy from the Faith drop, so I guess, you know, it's not too far-fetched to think it will actually also absorb. Kind of like what Deus did to the
I guess, yeah.
to the relics in Xenogears.
Yeah, I get it. You're a mustache-twirling villain. Move on.
Except he doesn't even add that. He has the hint of a goatee.
He can twirl that eye thing of his.
It's a monocle, Dweebs.
It looks like half a goggle.
That's the point. You're British, you should know these things.
No one really even use monocles nowadays.
Al, you are aware that the cockpit is a non-sentient thing, right? You don't need to talk to it.
No, he loves the cockpit. He soothes the cockpit.
Get the hell out of the cockpit! You said no!
Mom, stop riding my cockpit!
There you go, Jova. He did indeed fuse with the cannon.
From which Undertale AU, you know, dark, edgy, stupid shit you came from?
Well, there's a new sprite at least.
I'm gonna say under Mechtail.
The fact that you know that kind of thing, Jova, is already worrying.
Tio. As any Undertale fan, I have.
I love how there's actual wires. I love how there's an actual wire connected to his neck, pumping shit into his neck, and you see the
thing. Over his body. You can see one also on the shoulder.
So this really is Fairy Fencer Off Sonic Adventure 2 edition.
I don't know. I kind of prefer playing that game instead.
Well, yeah, no duh, but it's like, I mean, right down to all the story beats and everything. Holy cow.
So yeah, Fang's unconscious.
Especially if you subscribe to the fan theory that Gerald Robotnik...
Oh no, Fang is going to die. Oh no, how could I ever cope with this?
If he dies, then we lose the plot.
Do we?
Yes, we lose. Ow.
Not to mention, we already know that Fang can't be dead, because if Fang were dead, Aaron would not be able to speak, because she would die too.
Not to mention also, the entire point of Fang dying was also to awaken, you know, the two homunculus, and now they are, so...
Okay. To be fair, the idea is that he is dying currently, not that he's dead already.
Oh, he's only
mostly dead. Okay. Please open his mouth.
And now Aaron feels like she's slipping too.
Fang, you mustn't die. You have another game left. That's nice, I guess.
Sure. If you think you've earned it, game, feel free.
Tears.
Oh no, Fleur is crying, but we can't see it because we don't have the budget to animate that. You know, this is
couldn't even animate.
Fleur showcasing. Yeah, go on.
You couldn't even animate a PNG of a tear rolling down her cheek?
Look, you've made a big deal that Fleur was supposed to unlock her emotions, and of course the fact that she now gets to shed tears. It's kind of like Sophie in Tales of Grace's F, like where her crying is a big thing. Thing is, if you can't animate that, like, it's meaningless. Like,
even with the with the tiniest budget that he had, even Lightning Returns did manage to showcase Bully Velze,
crying,
getting angry when he got his emotions.
Yeah, like, and so you made a big. Fleur's big arc is that she unlocks her. She becomes fully human by unlocking her emotions, and oh my god, I'm crying, and we don't get to see it. So this supposedly big character moment for Fleur is completely falls flat because of the terrible presentation of this game. But at least we get to hear Ishikawa Sensei's singing, so that's nice.
If you couldn't animate the tear, at least make a gorgeous CG art of her having the tears flowing from her face, because that is what we were building up to.
There you go, we revived Fang with the power of song.
At the very least, it makes more sense than just the souls of the dead empowering him like the Evil God as well.
At least he didn't. Yeah, there was the tears earlier, but at least he didn't cry Fang back to life.
Oh, we're all being revived.
Well, to be fair, Fleur's song has healing abilities, so this does add up, to be fair.
And now supercharged, so yeah, let's just do our live and learn sequence to complete it.
Sure. Oh, hi, Sui, you're still here.
Like everyone else. Actually, hold on.
No, he cares!
What about, actually, Zagi, I don't think he came along.
Just assume he's with us in the background.
Yeah, he's somewhat...
Cheering up for support. That looks like a homing shot, Fang.
Yeah.
Wait, did I already did this joke?
I don't know.
Like in the Advent, I think I did in Advent Dark Force.
And here's the other thing. Also, another propping up how that's Fleur's biggest smile so far. I don't know. That's the thing. That sprite with her smiling, we've seen that sprite before. So again, by having the smile be the same as before, it makes that moment not really have the punch that it needs. Again, the presentation in this game is awful. Like it.
I mean, you can't just expect the VAs to carry all of it.
Well, if it's an audio drama, I suppose, but
this isn't an audio drama.
The 2010 Neptunia game does a better job of doing the visual novel thing than this. I don't understand. Like, why are you so bad at this?
And again, we've seen that they can... I can't believe I'm saying this. They did it better with the first Advent Dark Force. I mean, we had complaints about how it handled stuff there, but again, this game makes that game seem masterful in handling stuff minimalistically by comparison.
Again, see, here's the thing. I want to emphasize this. If the writing made up for it, like if the writing was great, I would be willing to forgive it. But the writing doesn't really do a good job distracting me from it. Not really.
Like, for comparison's sake, Gear Solid 1's visuals have obviously grown very dated. But we still come back to it because the story is just that good.
Remember, we look at the scene of Sniper Wolf's death, where you look at both Otacon and Snake talking to each other, and their faces are non-animated. Like, it's just a bunch of puppets talking to each other. And yet that scene is still, to this day, incredibly compelling because the writing and the music carry it. You know?
I think it also helps with the fact that it's relatively stylistic, compared instead of Twin Snakes, which uses quote-unquote more updated models, but because it's stuck in a generation, it makes those even more dated than the PS1 models, you know?
Hi, Ethel, you're still here. Go on.
I think there's an art in the way you make a game timeless, despite, regardless of where it's locked.
Sure.
I do find it ironic that it feels like 6th gen stuff ended up looking way more dated than 5th gen stuff.
It's gonna happen with everything, Jova, inevitably, Like PS3 games, back when they came out, looked super impressive, but these days do look dated as a result. This is why I think, pushing for photorealism is gonna work only on,
depends on the game. I'll argue that it depends on the game. Like, if a game has good art direction, like Metal Gear Solid 4, thanks to Yoshi Shinkawa's brilliant art direction, still looks appealing in my opinion. Same thing with the Uncharted games. Again, the great art direction transcends the realistic art style. It depends on the game itself, I will argue. Obviously, some games don't do it well, but if the developers know what they're doing, you can do that well, I think. Alright, this is supposed to be the moment where I think...
We had this at the end of each route, even in Advent Dark Force, it has to be expected. Like I said, at the very least, the excuse of what brings the characters back to life in this case actually makes more sense than what happened in the Evil Goddess route, where just out of nowhere the souls of the dead, help them. Like, I don't even know what was prompting that one. Because it wasn't really connected.
No, it came out of nowhere. Yeah, it came out of nowhere. No, but that's not what I'm talking about, too. I'm talking more about the fact that the characters are not popping up how Fang may have his faults, but he's actually a really cool, great person, and blah, blah, blah.
Like I said, I think they said that pretty much at the end of every other route.
Alright, and here we go, guys. Now you pick your ending off a list.
Okay.
Okay, so you can just pick, hey, this is who I want to talk to, and that'll, I guess, decide...
Yes, it does.
Who's the one you end up with.
Let's go.
Also, hold on. There was a next option, like, could you choose someone else?
Oh, no. Here's how it works, too.
Cycling through all the
Yeah. Basically, too, the way it works is that you have 3 pages in that list, and the next and previous bits alternate between the 3 pages of people. You can choose between all of your party members.
Oh, I thought only the girls in which you get a slideshow at the end.
No, you can pick all of them too, but only the girls get their own CGs. The 3 girls, I mean, Tiara, Aaron, and Fleur.
I know you said you're going to show off all the endings. Are you also going to show off all the dialogue bouts during the final battle that coincide with them?
Yes.
Cool.
But yeah, no, that's exactly it. No, okay, I get it. You didn't want to have the
wow.
Whoa!
I mean, these supposed to be the final boss, so...
Okay, so I get it. You didn't want to have the invisible affinity meter that decides who are the girls you end up with. I get it that you would have not have Dark Force. You want to do something more straightforward. Okay, fine. Have me pick my ending off a list, but at the same time, damn. Like, this basically means that I have to not try at all to woo a certain person. I just pick my ending off a list at the end. Like. Also,
yes, Glass is still working for all despite everything.
I don't even understand. Like, I get it.
Like you said, game balance, because it still counts as a battle, and the other side needs to have, a fighting chance with the song stuff.
I'll be honest, part of me wondered if Glass had vanished or disappeared or gotten absorbed or something.
Like I said, it honestly would have made more thematical sense if after the Awakening, Glass and Fleur did team up, and their combined songs resonated in what was, what could tip off. Like his last Venus super power up.
So, like, have them fuse into one being, their original self?
No, instead, their talents actually form one combined attack more than anything.
Yep.
That would be cool.
I guess at the very least we get a different final boss theme.
That's holy cow! I was kidding about the BioLizard Final Hazard comparisons, but again, maybe someone really.
Okay, I forgot its name. This reminds me more of the final boss of 10-2, the machine that Suin was trying to activate.
I forgot the name.
Discount Omega, basically.
Yeah. There we are.
That being said, let me guess, it's one of those situations where you need to defeat the legs first because the main body doesn't get enough damage otherwise.
Yes. Unless, of course, if you're over leveled, then you can basically trump through it. Basically.
Well, I can see that despite everything, you're still not doing. Yeah.
Well, that's because I wasn't using beam. Now I am. There you go.
Well, now you're attacking the legs, though. So
I was talking about just the main body.
Oh, right. No, but you can go straight for the main body, but yes, like the Theo said, yes, you should ideally go for the legs first, in true RPG fashion.
Whoa!
And yeah, to represent the fact that they are injured, we just had a sprinkle of a bunch of flame effects, that will work, I guess.
Yep.
Ooh, again! again, for as much as we complained about Avant Dark Force, it somehow did not feel nearly as cheap as this game. What happened?
It's abundantly clear that this game was made on an even tighter budget than typical compile hard games.
50 parts talking about the fact that this game had no budget, so we shouldn't really be surprised at this point.
I guess. Okay, Al, are you done now?
Holy crap! Holy crap!
Lesson?
That water effect actually was nice. Huh. I guess that's what all the budget went.
No, there's actually a third and final phase.
Because you suck. The end.
Because we're Sonic heroes.
Shut up.
Whoa!
Why, Lisa? Why?
Watch out! He's up to something.
Everybody betray me. I'm fed up with this world.
And yet those two still care. Oh, he's fine now.
I guess if they did not have a custom pride to being injured.
And I guess just pulling him out, his skin is perfectly intact despite the fact that he looked like he was going full Borg there.
Even though we can't, just pretend that you can see them crying.
Yeah.
If you draw on your computer screen, you can make them look like they're crying.
That's
Well, given all that you've put them through, are you surprised, jackass? House actor, could you speak up a bit?
It's more the audio mixing. They probably should have a lower volume for the song, for the music, for this bit.
It's amazing. Even
the idea that he has to whisper because he's very injured makes sense.
Yeah. Oh! Holy shit! They actually made a tearing up sprite for Glass. Why?
How arbitrary.
Why isn't there a teared up sprite for Fleur? She's one of the fucking main characters, for fuck's sake.
We had to spend that budget on the director's cup of tea.
Jesus Christ. Did your mom forget to give you your allowance that month?
That'd be something. Compile Heart, the studio, the whole time was founded by someone small.
I mean, don't discount too much, Dweebs. Refrain Software was founded with insurance money that a guy got after getting a motorcycle accident.
Plus, I think wasn't Yuzo Koshiro's game developer at least had his mom's involvement?
Sister, actually, I think.
I think it was his mom as well.
Okay.
Treasure.
No, I think you mean Aspet, or is it Ancient? I forgot. Well, either Aspet or Ancient, one of those two. I forgot which one.
So, Al, are you no longer crazy?
Again,
yeah, this is so earned.
Yeah, that's the big problem. In order for this moment,
therapy.
Yeah, this is the big problem. The game, the Glass is underdeveloped and not really much. She's more of a plot device than an actual character. Fleur is just bland, and Al is not a particularly compelling villain because of how over-the-top cartoonish he is in his reveal. And even before we get to that, he's not a particularly interesting and fun character for me, at least.
Ancient was the company.
That's
still not what I was meaning, but more like yeah, keeping Al alive for redemption. That's totally earned.
Oh, that yeah.
We already gave Glass for the type of villainous archetype. Let Al die out of his own hubris.
Yeah.
Like, and I'll be honest, it didn't even really seem to be hinting that they wanted Al redeemed. Like, I'll be honest, given how Al is acting, it seemed like they were setting him up to die. Maybe he'd feel remorse for his death. But...
There you go. See, it was actually Al's emotions that could awake them. See? Ha ha ha.
Oh,
how beautiful, isn't it?
How saccharine, how sweet.
So what did he have to do? Think of his last divorce or something, and then that would have triggered it?
But now, Teo has a point. Like, it's really hard for me to feel happy about this because...
Wait. Oh wait, no, is he actually dying?
He's dying technically, but we're going to still save him, as you're about to hear.
I mean, well, Ping, sometimes bad things happen to bad people.
Oh, and look at that, the 5th drop, you know what that means.
Oh, right, it can grant a wish. Where were you when we were fighting for our lives,
You woke up
Goddess?
the goddess from her nap.
Hey, Miss Goddess, it's nice that you're responding now, but maybe you could have come to our, rescue back when the fate of the world was at stake?
There's the gods in RPGs are always dicks or either lazy assholes. So.
Oh, snap, she's speaking through Aaron.
Well, she did that in the Advent Dark Force 2.
Purple.
She did this in Advent Dark Force 2. They were using her possessed sprite from that game.
Yeah, I legit forgot Aaron.
There was even a scene where we had a vessel fight between Vile God possessing Tiara and Goddess possessing Aaron and everything, but it was such a quick whatever thing, and then the game just forgets about it. So.
God, did the Vile God talk through Tiara as well?
Yes. Go back and watch our playthrough, Jova, if you want. I'm not gonna.
I'm sorry, I forgot such an essential detail from Fairy Fencer F Advent Dark Force. I failed the Fairy Fencer F community. I would like to publicly apologize.
All 10 of them.
Stairway to heaven.
Yeah, to be fair, that's a natural dungeon from this universe. So.
Oh, the past, right? Time travel was a thing.
Yes.
Wait, we're doing time travel after all?
Yes, but only now. Back to the past, Samurai Jack.
Wait, so we're going back to the past.
Not just that, with this, by sending Al back, we basically negated the fact that he was actually flung away at wrong time, which basically re-equates everything.
So are we all going in, or is it just Al going back?
No, it's just the 3 of them.
Oh. So I guess that means that we'll see them again, but albeit changed and happier. Although, wouldn't they have to be older then, given how at that point that would mean that Al... Okay.
Remember, they're from like centuries ago, which means obviously they'll be dead by the time our time comes in, so...
I assume something has to happen though for Fleur to still be an option.
The party's almost over, Joe.
You'll see. Well, yeah, we'll just wait and see. You'll see exactly what they do.
So if I understand correctly, by sending Al to the past, that means his wounds are all undone.
No, it's more the fact, as Arlie mentioned, it's more because we can send him to a place that has medical technology.
Because apparently...
The future doesn't have the medical technology to cure.
So let me get this straight. Medical technology from centuries ago is somehow better than the medical technology we have today?
Because it was the previous civilization which Al was part of, yes.
I guess.
It's weird because I mean, granted, I guess we just have to take the stories as word for it because we haven't seen anything in the flashbacks to suggest that their technology was leagues
what Jova said.
Technology of now.
Yeah, I'm with Jova. Maybe if the game did a better job of explaining this quote-unquote ancient civilization that Al was a part of, maybe this would be a more more easy to swallow. But again, this franchise doesn't do world building, so yeah.
I'll be honest. Okay, granted, I've yet to see how this turns out, but this feels like we're getting Al's death just with extra steps, essentially.
It's more like the game trying to have the cake and eat it too, which I don't particularly approve.
It's like I said, like I said, it's really hard for me to feel happy that Al, Fleur, and Glass can live together now in peace and happy, when Al has demonstrated to have little to no redeeming qualities whatsoever. If anything, he came across more as an abusive parent more than anything. So it's
that all the damage because, experimenting on children.
Yeah, he gets no comeuppance for that. Literally no comeuppance.
Hey, wait a minute. Come to think of it, if he never does his stuff, won't that affect Rin and AJ? As well as
you'd think so, right, Jova? But the game does never address that. So
time travel. Plot convenience ago.
Maybe they're doing the Back to the Future logic, where when you time travel, a new timeline is created.
You know what? Go ahead, Glass. Invent a time machine. I guess that'll maybe address some plot holes.
It's like Linkara said in his review of Pokemon Forever. Like, don't worry, guys. We'll be able to restore the forest when we invent the time machine. don't ask where our future descendants haven't shown up yet.
So we lost all the Furies. Is that like our excuse to do any side quests to go get them after finishing the game?
No, there's no post-game content. All of the side quests, I've already done it, all of them.
It's weird, the heroes are talking about it like they still gotta get the Furies, but like...
It's to leave the game open for it's to leave things open for a third game, I guess, but at this point, who cares?
It's weird, because the implication implies that they're gonna go back to the events of the regular game, except... Aren't Dorfa kinda kaput, so
yes.
We're good? Oh wait, what about Bernard? Is he still alive, or is he dead? Or
he was sent to the hospital.
As far as we know, only President Hanagawa is dead.
Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, I remember too. What happened was, because Bernard was unconscious in the previous part, Zagi was the one who brought him back to Zelwyn's for medical care, and that's why he's not here. There you go.
Okay, then.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
Holiday.
I get it why it's more subdued here, whereas in Advent Dark Force it was more bombastic. But as a result, that kind of makes the ending feel a bit more anticlimactic. Again, it's almost as if this was meant to be like an interquel of, hey, this stuff happens before the heroes go back to the regular plot in Advent Dark Force.
Oh, hey Lola. You were a super late edition, so you didn't really do much, but yeah.
You still had some of the best side quests.
She did, yes, but goddamn, like, couldn't you make better use of Lola?
What do we do now?
We go to collect more Furies, I guess.
Again, maybe it's like you said, maybe it's to leave things more open, but I don't know, as a result, it kind of makes me feel like there's still something we have yet to do in the plot.
Yeah, this ending feels very unsatisfying.
I mean, going with, like, you know, the mentality of, hey, you've played the original game.
Yeah.
Oh my god, boy, just kiss him and tell him you love him already. Look, I'm not usually a guy who likes to assume that just because boys are very friendly, they're in love, but holy cow, this guy, man.
Oh, you two are still here, aren't you?
Hey, AJ's cool.
Oh, no, they are. It's just that, you know, like, they didn't really do much with AJ either, in my opinion. He's well written and he has some of the best lines, like you guys have said. But in terms of they don't even have a character arc. Not really.
They are there to serve as Rin's Fury and add some backbone to the group.
Honestly, like I said, AJ is actually one of the better, additions, just for the fact that they managed to seem to understand better the characters and give suggestions all over the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. AJ manages to be a new addition without drawing away attention from the original characters, whereas, Florglass and Al feel like attention hoggers. Also, I guess Florglass and Al already left, I assume.
Yeah, and I still don't find
nonchalantly.
And I still don't particularly find the cooking rivalry between Bahus and AJ particularly funny.
So,
alright, so now time for the where are they now bits. Well, I guess I'll give this game some credit. It does have a where are they now section. That's something Xenogears couldn't have, so point above that one. Just that 1 point, I guess. Oh, that Harley. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, they couldn't even have a character sit down on that seat.
Apollonius, focus.
I swear, they actually ship Apollonius with Harley.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be a more appropriate.
And then the dragon killed him, like, or something.
Meanwhile,
oh god, courage, what does that mean? Wasabi? Oh, good for you, Galdo. Adorable.
頭をポンポンされたい言いたいけど言えないそんな乙女心
Commitment.
とエフォールは歌っております
well, kudos to Karen's voice actress, I guess.
キャンプセットでしょそれにピッケルとシャベルだよね
Minecraft?
I thought a pickaxe, you can kill your enemies.
これで足りるかな毎度ありでもこんなの揃えてどうするの
新たな旅を目指して山ごもりをしたいと言い出しました
今回の旅では
Hiking.
若者たちに多くの刺激をもらったから
Sure, I guess.
我が輩も
I mean, I've seen weirder career changes for characters when they grow up.
私も頑張らなくちゃな
Like in Digimon, where Bat became an astronaut because
Or Sora decided to quit. Yeah.
コンセプト
I hate
That was-
Digimon Try.
つまる小
What were they thinking with that ending?
A Battler Cafe.
Better question. Were they thinking with that ending?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's your answer right there. They weren't. That's the thing.
No, they were just, misguidedly.
I think some people are telling at that point, we're just like, fuck this. The sooner we get this done, the sooner we can start Tames.
Try was done more recently, Libs.
I thought you were talking about O2's end.
I wasn't.
Meanwhile, Sherman and Ryushin are returned to their quiet days, I guess, and yeah, they can catch up with the summer reading. So I thought that whole what happened to the whole? There's still injustices to be corrected, Sherman.
Well,
We have
they
to
might
read
get
about
into.
them to find out about them.
I mean, I guess to be fair, there's not currently any
Alright,
evil
I
around
guess
to
we can
battle.
talk with Zenke. There you go.
Hey, I didn't really do much in the game,
Oh,
but
yeah.
here I am.
Wait, he was in the game.
He was, but he didn't really do much. He just occasionally shows up, and that's basically it.
I show
Oh,
up and
look
I
at that.
did stuff.
If you
Look at that. He took up poetry.
if you didn't know what to do with this character, you might as well cut him out altogether at that point.
I mean, I'll give him credit. They did stuff with Zenke, showed his, I guess let's call it his better side.
But he doesn't do
But I do
anything,
agree,
though.
there was, I will say, it was a missed opportunity to not add him to the party so we could, properly build him up.
Hell, even if you didn't add him to the part, at least have him actually do something of significance. But he didn't do anything. He just occasionally shows up, talks for a bit, and then goes away again. Bye! Like...
How does it feel that Zagi got more character development than Zenke?
Yeah, Zagi
doesn't
got
have a
more.
proper
Yeah.
sprite.
Yeah, Zagi got more out of it because he actually had side quests that focused on him and Mariana. So...
Speaking of
病
Mariana,
の一冊があるの
子供たちもだいぶ日常を取り戻してきたなあいつら前よりよく笑うようになったよね
Yeah, we had to do that joke that terrible joke one more time.
何よりだってマリアノ様はおばさんじゃないといつも言って
Writers, it wasn't funny the first time. What makes you think it's gonna be funny the fifth time you do it?
I mean, if they believe it from the beginning, I guess they're committed to the bit.
I guess.
yeah. Asaheiron.
当たり前だよ
Hey Sui, you exist.
が一緒だから
So, yeah. There's that. I really can't get behind Ifrit and Sui. They're so lame. They're such lame characters. Like, Sui isn't even a character, period. Oh, hi, Noe. You still stupid?
Oh, how nice.
マリアナ様が本を子供たちに読み始めるぞ。
この本はね、アルレルトと二人の歌姫。
Albert and the Songstresses. I've had to alter a few parts.
Wait, don't we get to hear that new story? No? Okay, fine.
We've already played it, so.
And granted, I think we already heard
the game again.
Well, but that's the thing. Remember, if you go back to the first book she read, it had a different title, so that's a different story that she was about to tell. So
I'm pretty sure what the game is telling with that is that Mariana rewrote the story to actually include what actually happened, including recent events.
I guess.
So it seems that Al left a passage for us.
Okay, so basically the idea is that Al left behind in the past this chip so we can open this room and get some stuff that he left in here for us to find in the future. And this is the part where we also get the proper different ending depending on who you picked.
Ah, so I'm guessing if you pick like someone else, then that person comes on with you to the lab.
No, you still get this scene. It's just that if it's not Fleur, Tiara, or Aaron, the scene ends more abruptly compared to whether you pick one of these three or not.
And then you cut to the person that you actually chose.
Basically, yeah.
I'm guessing.
You're gonna be able to see that for yourself in the next part. So hold on to it. So okay. Yeah, keep reading, Fang.
僕は幸運にも一命を取り留め、フルールとグラースと一緒にこちらで普通の暮らしをしています。
Wonderful.
あそこにいた時にはこんな日常を送れるとは思っていなかった。君たちのおかげです。
Yeah, I had a moment.
Yeah, I had a lapse in judgment. I went a little crazy. I'm better now.
I promise.
Well, we were about to read one of them, but the scene ended abruptly.
さて本題です。君に ID まで渡して僕が残そうとしたこと。これについては僕が解明できるか自信がありませんでしたので、君に一つ忠告を。
Don't spend my money.
あれ？手紙にチップが挟まっているわ。
本当だ。
Let me see. Password is Maria. Now all I need to do is insert the chaos emerald into this drive to unleash the secret weapon.
Don't you mean the Fury or the Faith Drop?
Thought it was Swordfish.
Alright, so here's what happens. There you go. So since I picked the Fleur ending, which is my personal favorite, both Tiara and Aaron go ahead. Fang. And Fang is about to find something with that chip that Al left behind.
I wonder what could that be?
Or who it could be. Or is it just a hologram?
Yep, it is. You'll see.
Yeah, it's a hologram.
It's like a Skype call or something.
No, just
I also have to say this is a very, very nice rendition of Fleur's theme. No, not so safe.
No, it's just a hologram that's just guessing.
Yeah.
Like he's saying. Although I am impressed that they actually stick to this instead of just saying that Fleur gets a cryogenically pod because she's a homunculus before she doesn't age, and she pops up back again here.
Yeah, I honestly thought they were going to do something like that, especially if she's the one that Fang chooses. I guess to give him credit, that is commitment to the bit and some form of tragedy.
This music deserves a better story.
So I'll just pop in my disc of Sonic Adventure 2 then, and imagine that Fairy Adventure is actually on par with that, because that is more or less what the plot was. A more anime
and she
take on
wonders,
Sonic Adventure 2.
and she wonders what would have happened if she had chosen to stay with him. Yeah, there you go. So basically, Fleur's ending is a what could have been type of ending, basically. They're trying to do a love-defying time thing. Let's just say this is not Freerun under any stretch of the imagination. That's all I'll say.
I wouldn't even fancy that, but yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I guess to give the game credit, yes, it is definitely going against the norm that they didn't just have her be cryogenically frozen, or the chip managed to create a digital copy that would essentially be Fleur brought back. Like,
and yes, Yui Ishikawa's singing is wonderful too. Yes. Again, see, this particular ending scene we're watching right now, this is a really good scene in a vacuum, but it's a good scene that the game does not earn.
I honestly feel like that's how you can describe Fairy Fencer F's story bits in a nutshell across the whole franchise. Let it not be said that it cannot have good moments. It has occasionally had great story moments, but God, are they separated by some questionable...
You have to dig for so much mediocrity to get there.
Writing.
Yeah, you have to dig for so much mediocrity to get to those. And again, Yui Ishikawa, as well as the composer, Kenji Kaneko, are trying their fucking hardest to carry that song. And the game just ends. There you go. And
we get a post-credit
and guess
scene.
what, guys? This game might just have the shortest staff roll I have ever seen in a video game. Well, okay, maybe not the shortest. The shortest I've seen, I'm pretty sure in like 20 years or something. Just
also the fact that it's going fast, relatively fast.
And once again, the English voice actors are not credited. The localization team.
Because there are
in this case, obviously.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, my bad.
Force of habit.
Force of habit. That being said, I will grant that the localization team is credited at least.
I guess we're going to show the few CG bouts of art we did get.
Yep. Well, to be fair, that's what that's what all of Compound Hearts games do in their credits to begin with. So.
I guess it's just like there was a lot more in Advent Dark Force, where
here
there was like...
You couldn't even have budget to make more drawings.
Although I don't recall us seeing that Harley one before. Granted, it's been a long
time. No, we've seen it. We've seen it. Yes.
I definitely remember this, but it's like... And don't get me wrong, the CGs were fine.
There you go. English localization staff members right there. Yeah.
Good, yeah. Well, that was certainly an ending.
And that's it. That's all the credits are.
Jesus, not even long enough to say final thoughts during those credits.
Well, we're not going to say final thoughts just yet because we still have the other route to go through.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just mainly joking about how.
And now, guys, guess what? Remember, and now, guys, get ready for the most underwhelming after credits scene ever. Yeah, remember this guy? Oh, sorry. We have to go through Al's speech first. Hold on. Remember the shadowy guy we saw at the very beginning of the game, and he never showed up ever again after that point?
I thought that was Al.
No. It's a different person. You'll see. Hold on.
Yeah, the Broken Fury was a thing that was happening.
Yeah.
Oh god, it was a leftover plot point.
You'll see, Java. Hold on. Blah blah blah. This is again more stuff from Al's letter. So hold on. And there you go. So the mysterious man at the beginning of the game, now he suddenly shows up and he's here to once again cock tease us for another sequel that most likely will never have its sequel hook. You didn't even solve your sequel hook from Advent Dark Force, and you're now setting up yet another fucking sequel hook.
This is amazing.
Long time no see.
I have never seen a franchise with the audacity to not only say, no, we're not finishing this cliffhanger, to suddenly going, here's another cliffhanger.
Mirror's Edge.
Oh.
I don't know. I haven't played those games. I haven't played those games, so I wouldn't know.
One game, cliffhanger, reboot, another cliffhanger.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
So
Thanks, EA.
no, that's the thing. Okay, this feels intentional though. This feels like intent on part of the writers. Yes, I'll come and play real soon, and by that I mean if we get another game, maybe we'll continue the sequel. But how much do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet if make a third game? Once again, it's going to completely ignore the sequel hook and just set up another one at the end.
I mean, it would be nice if the sequel instead was about timeline converging and both this guy and the cliffhanger of the Advent Dark Force converging to one.
It would be nice,
You
but
know what? That would be cool.
It would be cool,
I mean,
which is probably why it wouldn't happen.
From what I heard, maybe Skelter would teach something like that.
Yeah, and this is where you can save some clear data for New Game Plus, but I already have that, so I don't need it.
Okay, I will say this. If what Tio suggested is their end game plan,
Well, they're just guessing, Java. For all intents and purposes, they're not doing that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying if, like strictly hypothetically, if that is what their plan is, I guess hats off for playing the long game. Although I will say, I feel like if that was their plan, they should have at least maybe hinted at that at the end of this game. Like, maybe have the guy get in contact with the cloaked girl and guy from the end of not even Advent Dark Force as a whole, but specifically the evil goddess route.
I have a problem with that. Like, on the assumption that that is indeed the plan, I have a problem with that. This game came out, allow me to remind you, 8 years after Advent Dark Force came out. 8 years.
It has been 8 years.
This means that there is the possibility that people died waiting for that sequel hook to get solved.
Yep.
What's gonna happen? Are we gonna wait yet another near decade before we get a possibility of maybe tying up the loose ends? Maybe. And that's if the writers even feel like doing that, because if I know this franchise, and let's face it, I do, if we do get a third game, they're going to completely ignore what happened in this one, and they're just going to do their whole merry little thing, and completely ignore, and probably set up another sequel hook at the end.
Pedro, I'm sure by the time the final arc of this series is released, we'll be commenting on this from our respective retirement homes.
Yes, one day when I'm old and decrepit, I'm gonna be talking about, by the way, that sequel hook from Advent Dark Force is still unexplained, and the nurse is gonna be like, shut the fuck up and eat your pills.
Pedro, this is the 6th time we talked about that today.
And by the way,
are you going to bingo night or not?
And the Refrain Chord one is also unsolved. They just keep piling on sequel hook after sequel hook after sequel hook.
Refrain from talking about Refrain Chord. It's time for your nap.
Okay, everybody. That was the first route. Since I already did all the side quests, and like I've said, the side quests don't change depending on your route. And remember, the different routes only diverge at the chapter 15, which means the first 14 chapters are all the same, regardless of what you're doing. So next up, we're going to start the alternate chapter 16. But before we do that, we're going to first check out the alternate endings before we get to the alternate routes. So see you then.
Yeah.
Please, yeah.